In this video, we will talk about the top 10 coding projects for beginners. 1. Personal Portfolio Website. Creating a personal portfolio website is an ideal project for beginners in coding. It provides a practical way to showcase your skills, projects, and achievements. When building this site, you'll start by learning HTML to set up the website structure. HTML allows you to organize your content, such as text, images, and links. Next, you'll use CSS to style the site, which involves changing the colors, fonts, and layout to make the site visually appealing. CSS helps you design a unique look that reflects your personal style. To make your website interactive, you'll incorporate JavaScript. This programming language lets you add dynamic features, such as buttons that trigger actions or forms that validate user input. You can begin with a simple layout that includes essential sections like an introduction, portfolio items, and contact information. As you become more comfortable, you can enhance your site by adding advanced features, such as a contact form that allows visitors to send you messages directly or a blog section where you can write and share articles. Building a portfolio website not only teaches you fundamental web development skills, but also provides a valuable tool for your career. It gives potential employers or clients a place to view your work and understand your capabilities. As you gain more experience, you can continually update and improve your site, reflecting your growth as a developer and keeping your portfolio current. 2. To-Do List App. Creating a to-do list app is a classic beginner project that's perfect for learning essential coding skills. This project involves building an application where users can add, view, update, and delete tasks. The process helps you practice crude operations, which are fundamental in most programming applications. To start, you'll use HTML to set up the basic structure of the app. HTML will help you create elements like input fields for adding tasks, buttons for actions, and sections to display the list of tasks. Next, you'll use CSS to style the app, making it look appealing and user-friendly. CSS allows you to adjust colors, fonts, and layouts to enhance the visual design of your to-do list. For interactivity, you'll use JavaScript. This programming language will enable you to manage the tasks, such as adding new ones, marking them as completed, and deleting them. JavaScript lets you handle user actions and update the display dynamically without needing to reload the page. If you want to explore further, you can use a JavaScript framework like React. React simplifies the process of building user interfaces and managing the state of your app. It helps you create a more responsive and efficient to-do list app by breaking the user interface into reusable components. Building a to-do list app will improve your skills in managing and manipulating data within an application. You'll learn how to handle user input, update the user interface based on changes, and store data temporarily during the app's runtime. This project is a great way to understand the basics of web development and prepare for more complex applications. 3. Simple Calculator. Creating a simple calculator is an excellent project for learning the basics of programming. You'll use HTML to build the interface, which includes buttons for numbers and operations, and a display area for showing results. CSS is used to style the calculator, making it visually appealing and easy to use by customizing the colors, fonts, and layout. JavaScript handles the functionality of the calculator. It processes user inputs, performs arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, and updates the display with the results. This project involves several important programming concepts. Functions. You'll write functions to perform each arithmetic operation. Event handling. JavaScript will listen for button clicks and respond by executing the appropriate function. Basic logic. You'll implement the logic needed to calculate results based on user inputs. Overall, this project helps you practice creating interactive applications, handling user inputs, and applying programming logic. It's a practical way to understand how different parts of a web application work together. 4. Weather App. Creating a weather app is a fantastic project for learning how to work with APIs, application programming interfaces. APIs allow different software systems to communicate with each other, and in this case, you'll use an API to get weather information. Here's a basic rundown of what you'll do. 1. Fetch weather data. Your app will need to make HTTP requests to a weather API. An HTTP request is like asking a website to give you some information. In this case, you'll ask the weather API for data about current weather conditions. 2. Parse JSON data. The weather data from the API comes in a format called JSON, JavaScript Object Notation. Parsing JSON means converting this data into a format that your app can understand and use. It's like translating a foreign language into something you can work with. 3. Update the UI. Once you have the weather data, you need to show it to the user. This involves updating the user interface, UI, of your app. For example, you might display the current temperature, weather conditions, and forecasts in a way that's easy for users to read. Working on a weather app teaches you valuable skills. You'll learn how to interact with external services, handle real-time data, and integrate different pieces of technology into a functional product. It's a practical way to understand how modern apps work and how data is managed and presented in real time. 5. Guess the number game. A Guess the Number game is a fun and straightforward project that's great for practicing basic programming skills. In this game, the computer generates a random number that the player has to guess. The player has a limited number of tries to figure out the number. To create this game, you'll use programming concepts like conditionals to check if the player's guess is correct, loops to give the player multiple attempts, and user input to get the player's guesses. Building this game helps you learn how to manage game logic, keep track of the number of attempts, and handle different outcomes based on user input. Overall, it's a practical way to grasp fundamental programming ideas and see how they work together in a simple application. 6. Trivia Quiz App. Building a trivia quiz app allows you to work on creating interactive applications. You can use HTML and CSS to design the quiz interface in JavaScript to handle the logic. Features might include displaying questions, accepting user answers, and showing the final score. This project helps you practice working with arrays, objects, and user interactions. 7. Simple Blog. A simple blog is an excellent way to practice building a dynamic website. You can start with basic features like creating, reading, and displaying blog posts. Use HTML, CSS, and JavaScript to build the front end, and learn about storing and retrieving blog posts with local storage or a basic backend. This project will help you understand how to manage content and create a structured layout. 8. Memory Game. A memory game, where users match pairs of cards, is a fun project that challenges your understanding of game development. You'll need to implement logic for shuffling cards, tracking user selections, and checking for matches. This project involves working with arrays, event listeners, and state management, which are essential skills in coding. 9. Expense Tracker. An expense tracker app helps users manage their finances by recording and categorizing expenses. This project involves creating a user-friendly interface with HTML and CSS and implementing functionality with JavaScript. Features might include adding expenses, viewing a summary, and categorizing spending. This project teaches you about data management and user input handling. 10. Recipe Finder. A Recipe Finder app allows users to search for recipes based on ingredients. This project involves using an API to fetch recipe data and display it in a user-friendly way. You'll learn about making API calls, handling asynchronous data, and presenting information dynamically. This project is great for practicing your skills in working with external data sources and improving your UI design. Each of these projects provides a unique opportunity to learn and apply different coding skills. By starting with simpler projects and gradually tackling more complex ones, you can build a solid foundation in coding and develop a portfolio that showcases your abilities. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also, subscribe to our channel before you go. Thank you for watching.